The Wall Street Journal reports that in 1999, Pyongyang tried to persuade Jerusalem to pay them $1 billion to incentivize them not to sell missile technology to Iran. Israel is said to have refused the offer. So essentially, according to the report made by the Wall Street Journal only a few days ago, allegedly the DPRK went to Israel and said, if you don't give us $1 billion, we're going to end up selling missile technology to Iran. So essentially they're claiming that the DPRK tried to extort them. And that's really a hell of a story, one that I'm sure they'll be able to back up with real information. Now, instead, according to the report, Jerusalem offered them food instead, and they turned it down. And then eventually both sides were unable to come to an agreement on how to proceed with the deal, so the deal ended up being canceled. Now, allegedly, this took place during an exchange between the DPRK's envoy to Sweden and his Israeli counterpart, where the pair met in a cafe in Stockholm. Now, this whole claim comes from a memoir of the translator who was there, Tae Young-ho, who defected from the DPRK 2 years ago. So yeah, once again, we're seeing something that's coming from a defector to attack the country. Now, the Israeli government refused a request for comment, and Iran has denied that it had talks with the DPRK on obtaining nuclear technology. So essentially what we have here is a story very cleverly crafted in order to make the DPRK look really bad. So on one count, they tried to commit extortion, so they're bad guys. Two, Israel was the good guys by offering them food, but they turned it down. The DPRK didn't want food, they wanted cash because they don't care about their own people. And the fact this whole story comes from a high-profile defector, which makes the whole thing even more suspicious. So you'll have to forgive me given this context and the timing of this, that it comes out at a time when U.S. hostilities against Iran and the DPRK are at a very high peak, particularly with regards to the nuclear weaponry inside the DPRK and the JCPOA agreement, JCPOA agreement with Iran. So, you know, I'm going to take this with a pretty big grain of salt and think that it's probably false and is like another propaganda effort to garner public support to continue hostilities against Iran and the DPRK. I mean, come on, it is the Wall Street Journal, and they are known for going with stories that forward the imperialist interests of the capitalist class. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.